Welcome back to News Geelong as we continue with the pulsating world of Geelong sport. And in the studio, our own flying hawk, Nathan Curry.
Thanks very much, Rollo, and good evening, everyone. Well, there is plenty to cover in sport tonight, so we'll jump straight into the Geelong Football League, where News Geelong caught up with Mitch Herbison, one of South Barwon's better players in their big win over St Albans on Saturday.
You pulled up well after the game because you played it basically in two quarters, got away to 7-3 to 3 points in the first quarter, and then kicked 6-2 to 4-2 in a very entertaining final quarter.
Yeah, no, they came back a bit in the last quarter, showed a bit of fight, so yeah, it was something to work on.
Their position on the ladder as bottom of the ladder really belies the competitiveness of St Albans on the ground.
Yeah, no, they showed a bit. They were pretty hard at it, and yeah, pretty hard at the contested footy. So yeah, it was tough for us, but yeah, we played to our structures and it worked for us. And how did the Glen Archer Army Challenge Award training night on Tuesday night lead you into the game today? Yeah, no, it was a pretty solid session actually. So yeah, no, a few boys were a bit sore. Now, Mitch, you're a boy from Barwon Heads, has made his way to South Barwon, the land of the might and power, enjoying the football? Yeah, no, loving it here, so really enjoying it. And where did you think the South Barwon Swans took the points today? I mean, you played well all over the ground, Woods kicking goals up forward, Paul Corrigan played an excellent game, Adam Weitzman played an excellent game, and yourself, of course, down back really driving that ball forward. Yeah, no, the midfield were pretty strong today, obviously Wiz and Coggy. Might mention Coggy, it's his 34th birthday today, so yeah, no, he was good, and Reece Holwell in the middle was also pretty handy. So, do you think South Barwon enjoyed playing on the bigger ground here at St Albans as you prepare for Skills Stadium in September? Yeah, that's it. That's one of the things we focused on, just playing the bigger ground, owning the corridor and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was a good challenge. Notice Wellesley had to move away from centre forward in that last half. Seemed to be chasing kicks down around the half-back line. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think we wanted Reece Woods up forward, isolated, and yeah, he did a pretty good job. So that's something to work on for Wellesley up the ground a bit more.
Thanks very much, Mitch. Well, the man to my right was a very busy man on the weekend because he had the pleasure of catching up with the St Albans Football Club Vice President, Mark McGuinness, to see how their club is tracking.
We're looking at building the culture of the club at the minute. We've got a great program in store with our juniors that are currently at the club. We're building on that. Already this year we've had somewhere under 18 players play senior football, but also we've got the culmination of a great backdrop of juniors that are going to come forward throughout the club through under 10s, 12s, 14s and 16s, and hopefully we can have a nucleus of those kids go forward to be a great part of the club.
The halcyon days saw you pick up the nickname of the Super Saints back in the days of the leadership of Billy Althorpe and then Merv Brogden. And now we're seeing a new administration start to form under the leadership of Darren Spence and yourself, and that's showing very good progress. Absolutely. Look, it's been a lot of hard work over the summer months and throughout this year. There's been a lot of people behind the scenes, not only through Darren and myself and Peter Connolly, who's our Secretary and Treasurer. There's been a lot of other people incorporated with the whole structure of the club. And look, we're only going to be beneficial as we move forward into the next 2 or 3 to maybe 5 years. We're working on building a plan so that we can develop our kids and our structures off-field as well as on-field so that we can be competitive in the GFL, as well as giving a place for people to be around so that we can be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years. In the eastern suburbs of our great city of Geelong, how important, from your viewpoint, is community football? We say country footy is real footy. Is that a very apt title out here? Oh, look, absolutely. It's the country football, as you know, Graham. It's a quality game that we play down here in Geelong, and the GFL really highlights the ability of a lot of players in the community. We are a community-based club, and we encourage everyone to be involved at St Albans Football Club. We give the opportunity for every player to come and showcase their display of their skills, and hopefully that we can give them the opportunity to play at the highest level and be a good contributor for the club going forward.
Well, now it's time to get all the latest from the Geelong Football Club. They've got a big match down at Skills Stadium with the Gold Coast tomorrow, and I caught up with Chris Scott earlier. Now, Scotty, did James Podsialdi actually miss with facial soreness last week?
I've got to clear something up too. We all feel a little bit embarrassed that he was listed as facial soreness. But we didn't put that, so I'm not sure where facial soreness came from. You have to ask the AFL. Pod sent me a text message asking if he was the first AFL player to miss with facial soreness. And I think he probably was, but it wasn't the case. So he was just a little bit sore. He's got a few minor issues, and I don't really want to tell you what they are. But the face was pretty low down the list of those issues. But to answer your question, yeah, we think he'd be back. Yeah.
Will Shannon Burns play this week?
Yeah, unlikely. Probably if he was up here, he'd be saying that he thinks he could get up, which is really positive. But we don't see any need to change our approach with those sort of issues. Unless we're absolutely certain there's no risk, he won't play.
Will Mark Blake play in the VFL this week?
Yeah, he'll play. Yeah, which is really good news for Blake. He's worked really hard to get back. We all know what a great ruckman he can be, and it's a bit like Cam Mooney. He has had one thing after another this season, had a lot of bad luck, but committed himself really early on in the piece to do everything he could to get back, to give himself an opportunity to play. And if we need a genuine ruckman in the finals, he's got to make sure he's ready. And he's done everything to suggest he'll do that.
Thanks very much, Chris, and good luck to you and your boys tomorrow. It's a bit of a shame Carmichael Hunt and Gary Ablett won't be out on the hallowed turf of Skilled Stadium, but hopefully it's a good match all the same. Well, that's it for me this week. I'll be back on Wednesday night, but until then, as always, it's back to you, Rollo.
Now to the Geelong and Surf Coast weather for the next 6 days. It's a very good evening to our scintillating Sophie Miller.
Thank you, Graham, and good evening to our News Geelong viewers on this winter's evening as we take a look at the predicted weather conditions over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, starting off the first Saturday in August, we'll see partly cloudy conditions with isolated showers from the morning with an expected top of 15. For Sunday, it will be cloudy with scattered showers and a top of 14. To start off the new week of August, Monday we'll see partly cloudy conditions continue with isolated showers developing with a top of 14. Tuesday is expected to be partly cloudy with patchy rain in and around the Geelong and Surf Coast areas with a top of 16. Wednesday, around Geelong and the Surf Coast area will be partly cloudy with isolated showers reaching a top of temperature of 16. While Thursday will also be partly cloudy with isolated showers in the morning with an expected top of 17. Today was cloudy with areas of rain easing to isolated showers this evening. That will clear a little later with a top temperature of 17. That's the weather outlook for tonight, so continue to rug up and keep warm. See you in 2 weeks' time as I sail away to Vanuatu and New Caledonia for some sun. Have a pleasant weekend, and it's back to you, Graham.
Thank you, Sophie. And thank you for being with us on News Geelong this Friday evening. To one of our many regular viewers, Jack Butterworth. Remember, Jack, take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, have a pleasant evening, a safe weekend and a very good night.